kind of time, man. We got me for a reason. Let's go. Show all the time. Yeah, right? I'll work on 3. I'll work on me. 1, 2, 3.
We have an opportunity right now where we are trying to reset the culture of this organization. Character matters. Work ethic matters.
And I want to know, what are you going to bring to our club?
Is this player going to be somebody that meshes with the things that we think are important for our football team?
With us in Edmonton, we're making a massive shift from whatever's happened in years past, and we're making a concerted effort for self-motivated players.
Yeah.
So what motivates you to play the game? You know, we're in the people business. We feel like the player skills goes without saying, but it's what else are you bringing to our football team? It's not take, especially here in Edmonton.
I just want to say I've been waiting for this interview for my whole life.
Combine is an opportunity for players to get in front of league personnel and showcase what they're all about. There's the athletic measurable portion of it where you're gaining testing measurables. In the CFL Combine, which makes it unique, is there's a football aspect where we're actually competing in one-on-ones, competing in inside run team style periods. So I think that's makes the CFL Combine unique, and it's a great opportunity for draft eligible players to showcase themselves for the entire league. You've got guys from not only U Sports, but you've got NCAA guys, you've got global players there, so you can really compare everybody side by side. Does the film that I've watched prior to coming here match up with this athlete that I'm seeing in front of me? That's a huge advantage when you're evaluating players.
You know, personnel department and myself and the coaching staff, we kind of formulate guys that we're interested in. We look at the list of the invitees, and based on that, you know, the information that we have, select the players that we want to speak to. In the 13 minutes that we have to interview the players, we get a chance to talk to them. They get an opportunity to speak for themselves, get a chance to show us who they are. You know, the personnel guys do an extremely great job at gathering the information as far as background and finding out some of the tidbits and some of the things that others may not know, or we all may know, but we believe that the players should have the opportunity to explain it. You know, they can fill in holes, right? That's really what the interview process is for.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
JC Sher.
Hey, Coach.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you.
What's up? Hey, Spencer Zimmerman.
Nice to meet you. Hey, Kurt. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you, man.
Tell us about you, man. Tell us about your football journey. You know, more importantly, kind of different positions you played. You know, ultimately, we know you kind of took a path that got you to Alberta. You know, so talk about that a little bit, and you know, ultimately, you know, your playing experience when you're at Alberta.
Okay, yeah. So I started football when I was about 10, I believe, and then played all the way till high school. And then I didn't have any offers coming out of high school because I was a bit of a late bloomer. I was like 5'6", started my high school grade 12 season, and I just shot up to like where I am now. And then I had to play Colts, a year of Colts in CFL, and then I transitioned that to get in to play at York for 2 seasons, and then I just decided that York wasn't the place for me. Reached out a bunch of schools in Can West, and then had a good talk with Coach Morris, and decided to go to U of A.
Cool. What do you think, like, the biggest misconception is about you? There are people, you know, sometimes see you or that you think that, like, doesn't really reflect who you are.
It's normally mostly, I think, an appearance thing, I think is what I get a lot. Some people might kind of find me kind of standoffish just because I'm not always the most talkative guy unless I know people. But I think once people get to meet me, they know me as a pretty friendly and outgoing person.
And what kind of coaching do you respond to? Like, what if we were on you hard? You know what I mean? You want to come and learn behind T. Ford when you're going to be doing it on special teams.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, and we're going to be demanding you play a certain style of football.
That's fine by me.
You can rally.
Whatever coaching, it's going to get me better and going to put food on the table for my family at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It don't matter what it is.
Okay.
Sometimes those questions are really revealing. Does he respond well to coaching? Does he feel like it's a personal attack? Does he know what kind of coaching he responds to? Does he know what kind of learner he is? Is he somebody that, you know, if you hold them accountable in front of the team, is he gonna fold in that situation, or will he use it to get himself better? You know, we're trying to find out about these kids. That's one question that you can try to dig into that a little bit.
You come to our organization, tell us how you're gonna fit in.
Yeah, that's another great question, and I think that comes down to a culture thing, you know, fitting in with the culture, adding to it, and you know, we're going to be competing in camp, but also it's making each other better. You know, I want to come in and learn from these veterans. I'm not there to rip away their spot right away. If I can outcompete them and earn that spot, then that's something that I'd love to do. But my mentality going in is that I want to learn as much as I can, as quickly as I can, to, you know, make this team better, make the other DBs better. And I think that is going to fit into your guys' culture, and that's something I can bring to you guys coming in. But definitely there's going to be a lot of guys that, you know, these are their spots, they don't want to lose their spots, and I understand that. So this is something that you know, I think I can add to the team rather than you know, taking away from anything.
What are some characteristics of winning programs like that? What would you bring to our program?
Culture. That's Western is culture. You can't win without culture, and I think that's the biggest thing. And I know, like, at Western, that's one of the key things that we drive upon is, you know, that winning culture, right? Of being able to rely on your brothers and being able to be like, hey, like, you know what? If we're down in the slums, like, we could be able to lift back up and be able to win football games.
I would say that it starts with work ethic and the way that you approach the game. I think Coach Neal always stresses about keeping the integrity of the game, and that's just hard work. Even if it's not perfect, work hard on every play, and that's something that I do definitely stress, as well as the preparation that goes into preparing for games. It's not like you can just go out there and have a great game without hours of watching film and hours of practice and hours of being in your playbook. So I think that hard work over everything, for sure, but as well as the preparation aspect as well.
What's your mentality going into, say we draft you, going into a defensive line position group that's full of professionals? What's your mentality going into that?
Just to fit in with the professionals. Meet up to their standard. It's just a blessing and an opportunity to be put in that position, and I'm just going to go try to make the most of it as I can. Just contribute to the team. Not going to try to do anything crazy, anything stupid, anything special. Like, I'm just going to try to do what I can to help the team win, whatever I can do for you guys.
You know, I have a strong belief in my ability and what I'm meant for, my purpose and my goals. And I'm here to compete, man. I'm here to compete every second, on and off the field. I'm talking in the weight room, in film room, and of course it sounds good, and I can't wait to show it. But truthfully, it's something that I'm already expecting of, not myself, but this journey in my career.
The CFL Draft is unique in a sense that there's a lot of variables in it, right? There's guys that have NFL interest, and that affects where they're gonna land in the CFL Draft. That level of interest, whether they're getting minicamp workouts, or they're priority free agents or whatever, or they even get drafted, in the NFL, that's gonna affect where they end up getting ranked and where they end up falling in the CFL Draft. So you have to weigh all of that stuff in. That's what we lean on our personnel department for, and their relationships in those other leagues. It definitely makes it a unique thing, and now you can look at the CFL Draft this year, where a team lost their draft picks and they were awarded to another team. So that's just another quirk of the CFL and how it shapes draft day and the classes to come.
Knowing who the players are, what the opportunities that we have, if there's an opportunity to move up in the draft or move back in the draft or stay where we are, we still need to know who the players are. Given the circumstances of where we are, we're gonna treat the 10th pick no different than we treat the first pick, right? It's still a player that we expect to come in and contribute at a high level on our football team, to come in with great character and all the traits that we're looking for that we discussed earlier. Selected 10th or 55th, we want that player to come in to our organization, fit in, and contribute the best they can, and with hopes of being able to be a player for us in the future.
These last 5 days have been an honor and a privilege, gentlemen. Getting to know you guys and compete day in and day has only made me not a better football player, but also a better man as well. I prayed every day that we all came out of this healthy and inspired to keep working and chasing our dreams. And this is the first step to achieving our dreams and aspirations. We've all been dreaming for this since we were children, man. We are now here. It's our time to make it happen, all right? Let's keep grinding, and on April 29th or at the beginning of May, I'll see one of y'all out of camp, because I know we all gonna make this shit work, all right? Yes, sir. Let's go, family on 3, family on me. 1, 2, 3. Family!